you all? I hope that you guys are having an amazing day today, because guys, we're having a good day, but it's a bit of a spooky day. So you might remember I did the haunted prank on my mum. So my mum was already scared, and the reason why she was already scared is because I think I said it before in one of my videos. My house is haunted. It is haunted to the max. We hear footsteps going up and down the stairs. But I'm going to dive into that today, and I'm going to be giving you guys a little bit of a talk and just getting your views on it really, and just seeing what you think about it as well. So if you guys believe in it, make sure to comment down below and let me know, is your house haunted? And yeah, tell me a little bit about your house and whether it's haunted or not. So our house is about 100 years old, I would say. Yeah, about 100 and maybe 10 years old, 100, 110, 100 years old. And guys, we believe that there used to be a lady here, living here a long time ago, and we've had psychics come around. We believe in that. Some people don't believe in it, but we believe in it. And we've had psychics come around, and they've said that a name, Mary, pops up. So we kind of went with it. So we've done little tests in which basically we've put something somewhere, we know it's there, and it's moved just a little bit. It's moved somewhere else, and we're thinking, how did that move? So we definitely know that there is something. It could be, I don't know, a scientific reason for why it's happening, but I do believe in the afterlife, and I do believe that this house does have a presence. One day, it's a funny story, I was really thirsty, and literally we were out of drinks completely. Like, there was no drinks in the fridge, there was nothing. And this, call me crazy, call me the most craziest person ever, but somehow, when I looked in the fridge again, even my mum was witness to it was empty.
It's not the brand that I buy.
We literally looked in the fridge, and I kid you not, it was cloudy lemonade, a really posh one. I was thinking, how on earth did this get here?
So it's a very old-fashioned
style.
Cloudy
lemonade. It's an old business that's been going on in this area for a long time, but
it's really strange.
We never buy it. So it was odd. It was very odd that it appeared in our fridge. To this day, I still have no idea on how it got there. My mum swears to earth it wasn't her.
Well, I don't buy that brand. I've never had it. It was only the once that we've had it, and that was when AJ was a hell of a lot younger.
But it's still, and it wasn't even at our house that we had it. It was at a friend's house. So I, to this day, I'm pointing at the fridge, by the way, if you guys are wondering what I'm pointing at. I, to this day, still have not ever known how that happened. Another thing is, when we've been, okay, that's the cat. A few things is that, like, when we've been home alone and there's been no one here, I've heard footsteps. Yep. Also, when I'm out, my mum has heard footsteps. You've got your own stories of this.
I don't like staying here alone. I've had the door close on me before. Things move. When AJ was younger, he used to have a lot of what were those cars called?
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
Oh yeah, they
he
used to
had
move.
Hundreds of those in a bucket, and basically he used to align them. And to this day, I'm convinced they used to move. They used to sort of move at least an inch or two. You know, some people would say it's the wind.
Yeah.
Some people would say that when you walk on floorboards, you know, it's the friction that makes them move slightly. And
also, this house, it's got a feel, like, if you don't, like, we've had people come around and bless this house, and if it's not blessed, this house, it becomes very cold feeling. It's weird. It's weird to explain it, but like,
it's very cozy, guys.
But sometimes when you come in, even if it's a hot day, okay, I'm gonna use that. Even if it's a hot day and there's no reason it should be cold, it should be warm. You walk in here and it's like a freezer. There's no explanation for it. It just feels freezing. And if you go into like another room, it's alright. But it's just certain rooms. the Hot Wheels, they used to
And
move.
we've done that experiment where we've drawn a circle and we've left it overnight just to see whether they move or they don't move. And we have noticed that the Hot Wheels have moved
out of
outside the circle, which is like completely weird. And we've not only tried it downstairs, AJ, have we? We've tried it on a
upstairs.
carpet as well.
And it moves still. To this day, I still don't know how that happens.
Yeah.
Not only that, okay, guys. So this is something which I do not get at all. But like, we have heard people having a phone conversation on a phone. Now that might sound really crazy, but it sounds like somebody's talking to somebody on a phone. So it'll be like, and it's not the typical use of language that we would use. So it's
like,
weird.
hello.
It's like, hello, I was wondering, or something like that. And it's really weird because we hear it in certain rooms, and then when we go into those rooms and check, there's nothing there. It's not the neighbours either. Before you guys say it, because when you can hear sometimes the neighbours talking, and it's not them. It just doesn't make sense as to what it is. I do sometimes think maybe it's just travel of sound and it's travelling like that, but this does not sound like that. It sounds very different.
And the lucid dreams that we've both had, you know, they are so real. Tell them about that time that you were on the Xbox with Isaac.
Yeah, this is a true, guys. This is crazy. So guys, this is one story that happened, and to this day, my mum is still freaked out. Literally, my mum was in her bedroom. I was down here playing Xbox. Next thing I know, I guys, you know Isaac. Yeah, he plays Fortnite. Guys, if you haven't already checked him out, make sure to go check him out. Guys, he was on the Xbox chat, and he will tell you guys, all I heard was my mum scream. And you said what?
There was a black figure, a shadow, literally on top of me.
Now, this is a common thing, guys. It is called, what do you call it?
I don't know.
I've forgotten the name of it, but it is a common thing where you get a feeling of somebody is on top of you. Psychologists say it could be a psychological thing when you're dealing with stress or not, but the amount of times it's happened to both of us in this house, it doesn't make sense. It's a bit too much.
The thing is, he lingers, and
we see, and also
and
like
he's in corners, and
it's not even when you're sleeping, guys. It's not when you're sleeping. It's even in the day when both of us are awake, we're watching TV. We'll say, "Did you just see that shadow pass?" And my mum will be like, "Yeah, I saw that too."
And he's a very, very, very strong
spirit. Like you can see the shadow very clearly.
And he's not very pleasant. He's got a awful energy. Not very nice. It's a negative, earthbound energy. Now, I don't know whether they know about spirits at all. Earthbound spirits are when a spirit passes away, a person passes away, their soul doesn't leave the earth's plane. So there's
some people believe that.
Yeah.
Some people believe that some spirits, they just choose to stay, and some spirits are sometimes, I don't know, they just prefer it.
Yeah,
but
they have work to do here. They just don't want to leave. They're mischievous.
Yeah, but guys, we believe it's a poltergeist in some senses because of the way like cups have moved.
Yeah, it's an entity.
We've had
upside down chairs.
We've had it all. It is
crazy.
Really weird. So in our house, you may notice during the pranks sometimes we've got a cross up on the wall. We also have the house blessed a lot. So this house is really freaky. So we try to keep an open mind to it, but sometimes it's so scary you just want to try and forget about it. So we are trying to get the house blessed as much as possible, and that kind of puts us at ease in a sense because this house, it has an energy. It has an energy. Psychics say that there's a few spirits in this house. There's Mary, then they've said there's others, but they didn't want to be named.
There is one in the garden,
and
he's not allowed inside. He will not come inside.
When you're going to wash, so basically our sink is at the window, And when you're washing your hands or you're washing a dish,
You will see him.
even John has seen something in our garden, and he's a totally non-believer, skeptic, guys, completely skeptic, and he thought at first that it was somebody running through the alley, but guys, our alleyway is blocked off. There is a way, yes, but it's blocked off. It's very difficult to run through the alley, and all the obstacles in it. It just doesn't make sense. So even he was a bit like, how did that happen? And why did that happen? So it is confusing.
It is.
Even he doesn't quite understand that, but it's just one of those
I
things.
think Isaac's felt it as well.
Isaac's felt it in his house as well, because when Isaac's come over, he's also seen a bit of a cold energy in his house.
A lot of AJ's friends, when they've come round for a sleepover when he was younger, they were like, we're not like kids. They won't come back because
it has a haunted feel, literally.
It has a very.
But over the years that we've lived here, it's been more or less calming down a little bit. At times, there is quite cool things that happen. So like, we don't cook cakes at all. Like we sometimes do occasionally cook cakes.
Very, very seldom.
But I'm talking like scones, okay, typically English. I'm talking that type of cake. So we don't usually cook it, but it's a pastry. Now, I can swear on anything that I have smelled fresh scones coming out of the oven. It doesn't make sense as to where they're coming out from, where the smell's coming from. Because if you go outside and you think maybe it's the neighbours cooking, you'd be able to sniff it. But literally, the strong stench of it is in the kitchen, and you just get a smell for it. Sometimes, or fresh, like when you cook bacon and you get that bacon smell. This is
a roast dinner.
Yeah, or a roast dinner. These are the smells that sometimes come in the kitchen. I'm thinking, guys, this isn't the neighbours. It just does it. I can tell you now, 100%. It's not the neighbours.
Italian neighbours next door, and they don't cook British food. And the other neighbour on the other side, there's a garden in between us.
It just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
So guys, we had an electrician come around, and he looked at it and he said, if it was that the light bulb was coming to the end of its lifetime, you would know because of the way it does it. But this light was not doing it in that sense. So when he came here, it didn't do it at all. And he goes, are you sure it's been flickering? And I went, yes. He went, if it was flickering because it was coming to the end of its life, it'd still be flickering now. And I went, it was flickering. And so he then checked the circuit for any types of hazards or any problems with it. He said if there was one, it would have tripped. So guys, it doesn't make sense as to how that light flickers. Not only that, our dogs, okay, so we've got 2 dogs, 2 cats, okay? So
they bark at nothing.
They look at the doorway. This is sometimes really freaky.
Yeah. And
they'll look at the doorway and they'll start barking, and it is one of the most scariest things to witness. Because
or they'll look up the stairs and you think, why? Who's there? And they just sit there and they stare up the stairs,
and
or they bark suddenly, randomly.
And the cats as well. So sometimes I think this spirit doesn't like cats. I don't know why, but sometimes our cats will be fast asleep. And it's happened to both of them, so it's weird and they'll be fast asleep on the stairs, and all of a sudden it's as if they'll go flying off the stair, and you wonder what, and you jump because you're scared. How did that? Why did it happen? And the cat will look towards the stairs as if something's kicked it down the stairs. It's honestly one of the most scariest things ever. And I try to console the cat, and you feel its heartbeat, and it's beating fast. It doesn't make sense as to
Cinders as well.
Yeah, but Cinders barks and growls at it, so it doesn't make sense as to what it is. And the only explanation that we can come up with is that our house is haunted, and it does make sense.
Yeah, and also sometimes when we go out, I know I've left my bedroom light off,
and it will be on,
and it'll be on, and no other lights in the house will be on, except for the bedroom lights.
So guys, what we
And-
did is we got hue lamps and we replaced the lights with them
Yeah.
because then like, and even still, like we thought it wouldn't be able to turn it off, but even
It does.
still, it just flicks the switch and it
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. And we normally hue lamps, we always leave a switch on because they don't consume any electricity at all. So well, a very minimum
Yeah.
amount, less than a normal type. So like when we have them on, it and it's on an off position, the lights have no need to be off. So it doesn't make sense when the switch is actually turned off. So to this,
And also, you know, I don't know whether you recall, AJ, it was a long time ago. The cupboard doors,
yeah, they would be open.
they'd be
It would-
open in
it would-
random sequence.
It would be
They
like
were open.
it wouldn't be all of them, but it would be
No.
like one of them, and it's as if somebody's gone to get something and left it open. And my mum asked me once, "Oh, did you leave this door open?" I went, "No," and I said, "Why?" And she goes, "Oh, it's just it doesn't make sense. Why is it open?" And that's another reason why we got CCTV all around the house, because guys, we are trying to catch it on camera, but it is difficult. Obviously, a lot of professionals even struggle to get it on camera, and hence why ghosts haven't been proved. But it is something that we truly do believe in, and we do believe that it is haunted in this house.
Definitely.
So
So-
let me know in the comments down below whether you believe in ghosts. And also, let me know if you want to know more about this house's history, because I will try and find out more about the house's history for you.
All we know so far is in the 1800s, was it? When they were bombing, or when
This used to be
anyway,
farmland.
this was farmland, and we know that there was a barn.
Oh,
and a-
this is freaky, guys. So
Yeah.
my mum, right, she always used to say, I can see people going upstairs.
up the
But
stairs.
there wasn't
But
stairs
not
in the
these
position.
stairs.
Not like these stairs, like an imaginary pair of stairs, okay?
From my bedroom, they go up
Upstairs.
in the ceiling.
Now, guys, I searched it up. I was like, what is, and it turns out this was farmland. And basically,
It
if
was a
you
barn.
look at the map, where our house is situated, it would make sense that it was part of the barn, because it showed a barn on the maps. So guys, this is, it makes sense.
It
It
was
makes sense
incredible.
as to
It was very
why
strange.
don't you stairs there. And also, when we first moved into this house, when we went up into the loft, there was these strings hanging down,
Yeah.
like really weird. It was as if
With things hanging.
this guy's.
From the,
I
like,
cannot lie to you. It was
like
the most
corks?
scariest thing.
Was it
yeah,
corks or something?
And then
We
like
don't
these
know.
plastic things, which, and even my dad, like when he
And he's a skeptic.
and he's a
mind you.
skeptic, and like even he went, I'd cut these all down if I were you, because he was freaked out by it. Like he didn't know what it was for. The people that sold us the house, they didn't know why they were up there, and I personally think there was black magic maybe happening. I don't know. It doesn't make sense as to why.
And
they
our
were there.
loft doesn't have the nicest feel to it,
It is
at all.
Always,
It's
always cold.
freezing.
And
freezing.
lofts sometimes in summer, because it's well insulated, it should be hot. It should be hot.
Mhm.
It is freezing constantly, and like even an electrician that went up to put lights in the loft, he went, "Why is your loft so cold? Why?" And we went, "We don't know." He goes, "It's insulated." Do you guys?
Very well
he goes,
insulated.
"Do you guys have any holes or something?" And so he looked around the loft for any holes. He couldn't see any, and so then we got a roofing company to come in, and they couldn't see any holes in the loft either. So it didn't make sense. So to this day, we don't know what's happening in this house, but all we do know, it is super haunted,
But
and
we love
things
it.
happen. But we do love it, and we have become, in a sense, acquainted with the spirits.
Let's put
in
it
the
this
house.
way: I do not stay here at night.
Alone,
I
she
am.
means.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm petrified. So if AJ, by any chance, goes out with his friends,
She'll
or
make sure to
whatever,
make plans at that
I
time.
will make plans to go out, or I tell him, bring your friends back. Please don't stay out with your friends. Because I do. I get absolutely spooked.
And guys, there is no time in this house that you'll find all the lights off, because
I have them
we
on
don't, because
all the time.
not that we don't, we respect but like in the rooms that we're in. So like you'll never find a light completely off on the room that we're in. So like it obviously it's because this house, when it's complete and utter black, like we see things in the mirrors. It is really freaky, and it honestly just scares us like sometimes. But guys, if you guys want a part 2 on this series, please smash that like button and tell me that you guys like it, and let me know.
Also share other stories like about the cottage.
Definitely, yes. If you guys want to know about a cottage which is in Clapham Woods, which I have been to a couple of times, and want to know the history about that, then make sure to smash the like button and comment down below just so I know. And the secret word of today is light. Okay guys, L-I-G-H-T. So make sure to comment that down below, and then I will reply to you directly. So make sure to comment that down below, and just so I know you came to the end of the video. Also, if you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe over here and watch my last video over here. I love you all. Thanks so much for watching, and peace!